Dear broken-hearted ones, let's open the old wounds. Guys, what's a bitter lesson you learned from your ex? Okay, welcome to the School of Hard Knocks. Ask Reddit, but every answer gets worse. Never date someone who uses the word "we" to describe their own problems. We need to get a better job. We should really start working out. No, Brenda, you need to get a job. I have a job. We are not a single hive mind of unemployment.
The royal we, the linguistic Trojan horse of emotional responsibility. She wasn't building a partnership, she was building a collective, and you were just the first comrade to be conscripted into her 5-year plan of personal mediocrity. That's not a relationship, that's an unsolicited merger where you provide all the assets and she provides all the problems. Never forget, we is for the Soviet Union and the Borg, not for your unemployed girlfriend, Brenda.
That some people have no personality of their own. They just absorb yours. I was into rock climbing. Suddenly she was a climbing enthusiast. I got into brewing beer. She was a master zymergist. She broke up with me and took all my hobbies in the divorce. I saw her new boyfriend last week. He's really into pottery.
This woman wasn't a girlfriend. She was a personality vampire, a human Kirby sucking up your hobbies and interests until you were just an empty, boring husk. And then she leaves with all of it. That's not a breakup, that's Grand Theft Identity. He didn't just lose a partner, he lost his entire character arc. I bet her new pottery-loving boyfriend thinks he met the most interesting woman in the world. Little does he know, he's just dating the ghost of this poor man's interests.
I learned that you can, in fact, cheat on someone in their dreams and be punished for it in real life. I woke up to her screaming at me because I held hands with a faceless woman in her dream. I had to sleep on the couch for 3 days to apologize to a figment of her imagination.
This is a legal nightmare. He's being prosecuted for a crime committed by his own subconscious. He needs a dream lawyer. Where is the evidence? Where are the witnesses? You can't just be convicted on the testimony of a figment of someone else's imagination. This isn't a relationship. It's a Philip K. Dick novel. He's not just sleeping on the couch. He's a political prisoner, exiled for a thought crime he didn't even know he had. This is pre-crime. Minority Report is real.
My ex taught me the importance of a decoy wallet. She would go through my real wallet while I was sleeping and borrow cash. When I confronted her, she said it was a relationship tax. The lesson: always have a fake wallet with $5 and a Blockbuster card in it. It works.
The decoy wallet. This man is a genius. He is playing 4D chess while the rest of us are playing checkers. He didn't just solve a problem, he created a whole new level of relationship espionage. A relationship tax? No, ma'am. This relationship has a CIA. He's not just a boyfriend, he's a double agent living behind enemy lines. The Blockbuster card is the masterstroke. It's a relic from a dead civilization, a perfect piece of misdirection. This man is a hero. He is an inspiration to us all.
I learned that if a woman says her succulent Fernando doesn't like my energy, you should run. She would cancel dates because Fernando was feeling droopy and needed her. She broke up with me because, and I quote, "Fernando thinks you're emotionally unavailable." I lost to a plant.
What the actual hecky heck? He lost to a plant! A stationary, non-sentient piece of decorative flora! Fernando the Succulent didn't just have an opinion, he had a veto! He was the silent, leafy partner in this relationship, and his vote counted more! This man wasn't just in a love triangle, he was in a horticultural throuple, and he was the least important member! He was emotionally audited by a cactus! What's next? Is he going to get relationship advice from a ficus? It's over! The plants have won!
The bitter lesson is to check your laundry. For months, my hoodies kept disappearing. I found them when we broke up. She had built a nest in her closet out of my stolen clothes. She said she liked to sleep in it because it smelled like me. I am not a person. I am an air freshener.
A human nest. She didn't just want his scent. She wanted to build a literal physical shrine to it. This is some next-level David Attenborough shit. She wasn't a girlfriend. She was a territorial bird of prey, and he was the shiny object she used to decorate her lair. He wasn't a person to her. He was a walking, talking Glade plug-in. A human Yankee Candle. He's lucky she didn't try to pluck his hair to use as insulation. This is how you end up on an episode of Unsolved Mysteries.
She broke up with me because her Sims character, who she had modeled after herself, had a more successful relationship with a Sim she had modeled after Keanu Reeves. She said our real-life relationship couldn't compete with the digital perfection they had achieved. She showed me their virtual wedding photos.
She replaced him with a mod? A mod? A mod? A pixelated Keanu Reeves-shaped upgrade. He didn't just get dumped, he became obsolete. He lost a real-life relationship to a save file. Their digital perfection? Of course it's perfect. They don't have to deal with bills or laundry or the crushing weight of existence. They just woohoo and buy new furniture. This isn't a breakup. It's proof that we're living in a simulation and his girlfriend just found the cheat codes.
I learned that you should never, ever tell a girl who is really into birds that you're more of a dog person. She accused me of avian prejudice. She ended things, and a week later, my car was covered in bird seed and surrounded by pigeons. She stood across the street, just watching. I think she sent them. She taught me that bird law in this country is not governed by reason.
She sent the pigeons. She sicked a winged army on him. This isn't a breakup. It's an assassination attempt orchestrated by the goddamn bird mafia. She's not an ex-girlfriend. She's a real-life Disney villain who can communicate with animals. And she chose violence. Love is a lie and relationships are a simulation. Now, I need to know, what is the most unhinged act of revenge you've ever witnessed? Let the Council of Chaos know in the comments below. And subscribe. And for God's sakes, tell them you like pigeons. It's not worth it.